Hey everybody, I am back and it is Wednesday evening, April 10th, and we're live. We're live here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Periscope. We got it all going, at least to the best of my knowledge and the best of my ability. I'm looking here, we got definitely some going. Look at this, BT Rising in the house saying, hey, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Glad you're here. As you guys are jumping in and joining on the live, I just want to encourage you to go ahead and leave a comment, say hello, say what's up to me, let me know what's going on, let me know you're here. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to ask away, and we will get those answered. Of course, I might be a little choosy on some of them, but hey, you know what we're talking about. So yes, I'm just double checking here, wanting to make sure that we're all good, we're all live and everything, and I believe we are. Let me pop in here just to see. Sure enough, Trent Granger. Trent's hopping in. We're starting church soon, but I'll watch as long as I can. Trent, I appreciate it. Hey guys, Trent's a missionary down there in Mexico. I'm not even going to try to pronounce where you're at, Trent, but if you guys are not checking out some of the stuff that he's doing, make sure you do that. So if you're on YouTube, you can click right there on his profile. It'll take you over his channel. Make sure you give him a big old thumbs up, like it, subscribe it, do all of those things that YouTubers tell you to do, because Trent's putting out some amazing stuff. He's really stepping up his game. He's part of Trey Van Camp's Vlog Your Ministry cohort, and so that's kind of where we're going up. And also shout out Trent, good job. Did a little selfie spoof on me, you and Dennis Poulette. I took a picture. If you guys aren't following me over on Instagram, you might not know what's going on, but I took a picture, and it was just an advanced selfie is what we call them. So essentially it's a selfie, but I'm taking it with a digital camera. And so we're taking that selfie, using it kind of remotely with one of these things. It looks like I've got somebody trying to Skype with me at the moment. So, hey, for my brother, guess what? It says, you're trying to Skype. Look at that. Look at that. It says, you are trying to Skype me, which means it's probably your daughter trying to get a hold of my daughter. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Trent did an amazing job. So I had this picture where I was on a railroad track. It was in one of my vlogs this week. We were just driving up in Des Moines, stopped at Starbucks. There's a train track right next to it that's rarely used. And I had just told my wife, I was like, I need to find something that we can kind of take an advanced selfie at. And she had actually just told me, she said, or no, actually, I think it might have been one of my daughters that said, well, that's kind of neat, because I was looking for something neat. Sure enough, there it is. Set up the camera, take a little selfie, post it up to Instagram. Next thing I know, we got a couple other Christian YouTubers that are pastors spoofing my picture with their own. So check it over on Instagram. Actually, if you go there right now, Instagram.com/ or the @Joshua Verwers, you find me there, and you'll actually see in my story, I'll have a picture in there of both Trent's and Dennis's as well. So yeah, that was kind of fun in there. So in Rachel's place, hey, how are you doing, sister? Good to see you here. So I'm so glad that you're joining here. Like I said, guys, if anybody's joining, it doesn't really matter where you're at. I think I've got this thing hooked up, so we can pretty much take any questions from any of those three platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. No, not Instagram, Twitter. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. If you're there, go ahead and just tweet me. Let me know what's going on. Send me a message and we'll be able to do it. So I was just hopping on to double check that Twitter is up and going. And if I can actually double check here on my profile. Sure enough, look at that. It's got me going live right there. Come on, Canon. Boom. So there we go. We're live. We're going good. And I think everything is doing all right. We got, obviously, you guys here on YouTube, so I am good. Hope all is well, and first time catching it. Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, this has been fun. It's something I've kind of played around with over Really the last couple months trying to dial it in, trying to give it a little bit more of a professional feel and a professional sound. So obviously upgrading some of the equipment, getting a better camera lens for my Canon, so it'll kind of give me that shallow depth of field, a little bit of that blurry bokeh background. Also upgrading my microphone, and because I'm now using the Adobe Creative Suite for all of my editing, my thumbnails, my pictures, everything, I have Adobe Audition, and I figured, hey, why don't we try to run this through Adobe Audition, see if we can pump it in here, which I've got vMix running on this, and it does a fantastic job. So, man, I'm just loving it. So, one other thing I was going to mention to you guys about VEDA. So I'm doing VEDA, and we've got the vlog pastors going on, which we've kind of had to take just a few days off of vlog pastors. Thank you very much, my love. You guys didn't even see that. She just came in and brought me a cup of piping hot coffee. But yeah, the other portion of our vlog pastors series that we're doing here was Jared from A Bite of Brownie. And actually talked to him last night. I don't know, maybe he'll even hop on here before too long. But I know that he was working on, he's back from his little desert trip. So I'm excited to see what's going on there. I know he was hoping to upload a video to try to, kind of say, hey, I'm back and I'm ready to go. I don't know if that's going to happen yet today, or if it's just going to be kicking off tomorrow. So we'll kind of see. If he does it today, I'm hoping I'm not done editing mine by that time, because I'm sure he'll be asking me a question. So I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. Maybe it'll be another late night of editing. We'll see. But yeah, so I'm doing VEDA, which for those that don't know, it's vlog every day in April. So each and every day I'm uploading a new video. I'm trying my best to really make sure that those kind of have an underlying message about Christ and really us having faith in Christ. And so they're definitely not blatant Bible study type videos in there. Although I think I did one of them talking about how I study the Bible. But yeah, that's what I'm enjoying. I'm really enjoying this type of a process of going through daily and uploading and trying to just get better in this type of a digital craft. It's something that I really do enjoy. I like the challenge. And then when being part of Trey Van Camp's Vlog Your Ministry, there's the cohort. There's a bunch of these other pastors, missionaries, itinerant ministers, that what we're doing is really trying to use YouTube and social media for ministry purposes. And so because of that, we're able to kind of come together. We're able to learn some things that'll benefit us and help enhance that online ministry, and also learn from each other, which is where, actually, I think if I'm not mistaken, I think I actually got to know you before the Vlog Your Ministry, but now he's in the cohort and he's doing some amazing stuff. I'm just loving it. And so we got several of those guys that are doing VEDA as well. So yeah, it's been a blast. Vlogging every day is a chore. The one I uploaded today, it was of my daughter's birthday, which was yesterday. And that might have been the roughest one I've had to edit. I was just beat. I was thoroughly exhausted. So I've still got a little bit of editing to do. And actually, while I'm thinking about that, I still got a little bit of recording to do. And so I'm actually doing this. I mean, guys, look, I'm here, multitasking at its best. I'm recording me. It's a whole big to-do thing, but look at that. We're kind of looking one lens into another and trying to figure what's going on. And obviously you see here that I'm trying to vlog. This is a live stream of a vlog. This is a behind the scenes of a vlog. So I don't know, man. It's just kind of neat and fun that way. I don't know how any of that footage is going to turn out, but we'll have to check it out later. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. I may actually, as we get going here, I may actually do that. Just do a little behind the scenes of the vlog, because there was a question I was getting ready to answer. And so I might set it up in this location and leave you guys in suspense to answer it tomorrow. See how I do that? I try to make you stick around for more content. So, all right. So we got Trent saying, we met in the No Small Crater and you turned me on to the Vlog Your Ministry. Ooh, I am glad I have this recorded and it is on video, because now I'm going to go to good old Trey Van Camp and say, hey, buddy, where's my commission for these referrals? So no, I'm joking, because I get a lot out of the whole cohort. It's really good. Trey's got some great stuff for any of you that are using a video for the power of ministry. I highly recommend Trey Van Camp's Vlog Your Ministry. You can check it out at vlogyourministry.com, and that is a plug that this is not sponsored by. So that's just me trying to help you out more than even help him out, because I truly believe that it is extremely beneficial. So while I am thinking about that, and I told you guys I might just do this, and I'm actually going to. So you're going to get a little bit of the behind the scenes content of a vlog. Didn't even know you were going to do this. So one of the things when I'm kind of thinking through these vlogs, and I'm just giving you guys some insight into kind of my process. And so one of the things that I will wind up doing, let me mute this real quick, is, sorry, I'm looking around my microphone is right in the middle of my screen. But one of the things that I will do when I'm thinking these out, most of my vlogs, I've got a main idea, a main point that I'm really wanting to get across, and I'm wanting to try to convey this message. And so as part of that message, I'm trying to think, how can I do this? How can I kind of walk through these steps? How can I also tell a story and kind of take you guys along on a journey, so then it's more than me just giving you information. I also want to kind of inspire you guys that our life is supposed to be a life of faith, and that doesn't just happen on Sunday mornings and Wednesday nights. It happens 24/7, 365. And so it's something that we need to kind of always be doing. So then with that, trying to tell these stories and trying to take you guys on the journey, what winds up happening is I try to think through how to do this. So like this right now, this morning's vlog, here's just some more behind the scenes, actually the one that you're going to get tomorrow. Man, this is so good. I should probably have this one recording as well. It is good. I'm glad this one is over here recording. So one of the things that I also try to do is think about this. So the question that I had, and I'll just read it here for you. So the question was from the Dosas, and it says, "Thanks for sharing your life. I've been skiing recently to stay in shape." He was answering the question that I said, "Do you guys exercise?" He said, "Snow's melting. I'm curious how well it works to make time to pray when daily vlogging. Usually doing weekly uploads is what they do, and they know that it's hard to stay connected in prayer and to the family time and be present, but he's not even doing the daily vlog. This is just a weekly." So he's asking, how can you turn prayer time into Instagram post material without losing the ability to offer your full attention to God? Genuinely curious, as these are the wrestles that I feel in my life. And so he's asking this powerful question because I had talked about how I really try to multitask and take one thing after another. So this is actually a real example where I needed to record some more footage, but I told you guys going into VEDA, I was not only going to be doing the daily vlog of VEDA, but I also told you that I was going to be live streaming all month, on the Wednesdays when I already was. So in order to do that, I've got to record some of my vlog right here while I'm also streaming live right here. And that can be something that is a little bit tricky to do, but we're doing it right now. And so here's exactly my thought process, and I'm just sharing this for you. Whether it benefits you, whether it blesses you, I have no idea. So here's kind of how I would do this. There's the question. I've got to pose the question. So I first told him that I've got some stuff to do. I'm doing work on the computer. I've got a live stream later. And so, you ready? Here's my thinking. All right, guys, so here we are. We're in the middle of this live stream, and I just kind of took the opportunity to share with not only you, but share with you guys here on the live stream about my process and how I'm thinking and how I kind of multitask, which leads me into the question that I got for today. And that question comes from the Dozas, and it's essentially saying that with all of the uploads that I'm doing and trying to multitask, how can I turn an Instagram post or a YouTube video or a Facebook post into a prayer time with being able to dedicate myself to God and having that communication with him? How do I do it? How do I just give my ability to offer my full attention to God while trying to do these other things? And Dozas, that's a great question. I love that question. And so here's my answer. Now I leave you guys hanging, because that's kind of how I'm going to do this and how I'm going to set it up. And all right, we'll stop that from recording. So that's how I would set this up. That's one of the ways that I would do this, to try to really just kind of take through this journey of what am I trying to get across. And like ultimately with this vlog that you'll see tomorrow, the main idea that I had, and it was just so great that he set this up in a great way. One of the ideas that I had was how we can just be communicating to God all day long. And we really need to get more creative of how we can communicate, because communication, it can come in many different forms, and it doesn't just come from our lips. So that's kind of the main idea that I'm trying to get across in tomorrow's vlog. And so with that, this is a perfect question, especially when I was already doing some other things, which as you'll see in tomorrow's vlog, when I edit it, you'll be able to see kind of where this went and how it leads up to that. So there's just a little bit of behind the scenes for you guys. Just thought you would enjoy that. Thought it would be something that could kind of bless you a little bit there. So Harley in the house. Harley, what is going on? Thanks for the question the other day, brother, because that was one of my favorite vlogs to do. It was really fun just to sit there with my wife and talk about it and see what was going on, just to kind of share her. I love when she can come in on the vlog. I love when all my family can come on the vlog. It's a lot more work for me when it comes to editing, but I do enjoy it quite a bit. Travis Honor says, hi, Uncle Josh. Hey, Honor, how you doing? Good to see you. We should get you guys to, like, I don't know, do a cameo on the live stream or something sometime. Actually, I'm going to have you guys do a cameo on the vlog. You just don't know it, but it's coming. It's coming. So yeah, again, if you guys have got any questions, feel free to drop them in here. There are a couple other things that I just wanted to talk about as well, but I'm always willing to take some other questions, kind of roll and play off of that. So it can be really just about anything. I'm a fairly open book. There aren't a whole lot of things that I wouldn't talk about. And if it was one of those, well, I would just tell you. And usually that's because it involves somebody else, and I just want to make sure they're comfortable with it. Coffee so good. All right. Harley back in here again. One more saying, cool. You need to get her on camera more. I absolutely do. One of the things that I'm actually hoping with, now that my wife's turning into a little bit of money bags, I keep telling her this, you're going to buy me more equipment now that you're making some money. So right now I'm streaming from my Canon M50. And this one is actually the Canon EOS M. So it was the original mirrorless one that Canon made. So now that I've got like a separate camera, this is actually putting out good quality, better than I thought it would. The key to that, for those of you that are kind of tech fans, that EOS M is the only mirrorless that Canon made that does accept Magic Lantern. So I'm able to get in there, and one of the big things I love about the Magic Lantern is you can essentially do unlimited recording. It's not really unlimited, but most DSLRs or mirrorless cameras, they have a 30-minute recording limit. And so at 29.99 or 97, something like that, they stop the recording. With the Magic Lantern, it does an automatic restart, so you get like a second there that it misses, which is going to be fun, because if I can get a few different camera angles, I would like 3 camera angles. My wife and I are actually going to be starting to do some more long form content where we're talking marriage and relationships, and so I'm really, really looking forward to that. So all right, here we go. Another one. David Clinkscales. Hey, brother, how you doing? Man, where you guys are, is it Ukraine that you guys are at, if I remember right? I don't even know what time it would be over there. I mean, this has got to be pretty early in the morning. So he's saying, wow, how do you put your graphic and countdown and all of that on live videos? What? You sure have learned a lot about social media. And it says the social media mess in the past bunches of months, man. Yes. So that has a lot to do. We'll kind of break that down. So how do I put the graphics and the countdowns? This software that I've got, it's called vMix. It is not cheap. It's something that I think there are actually a lot of churches that wind up using this for live streaming as well. So it has a ton of features to be able to do that. One of them, as you can see right now, I'm able to integrate with social media platforms. And if I remember right, I can probably pull them up here. So I can get, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and I think I can have my own kind of dedicated one if I was running it on my website or everything. But there's not enough traffic there. I'm not even messing with it. So because of that, I'm able to basically reach out, grab all the comments, select what threads, what tags, or anything like that, what streams I'm wanting to pick up from. And so when you make a comment like that, all of a sudden I can just pop it straight up here, display it, and do that. So that's the software that I do. So that's like the software side of it. The hardware side is I've got this beast of a computer over here. And it's got one of the newer Ryzen 7 processors in it. This thing is fast. It is lightning fast. And then we do have very good internet speeds here. So because of that, man, that's the big thing, because right now I'm streaming from my computer, from my internet, using my bandwidth to 3 different services. So I think I ran a speed test a little bit ago, and it was about 60 meg upload speeds, which I need at least 12, if I remember right, just for the 3 platforms that I'm on. So that's kind of how I'm doing that. And yeah, I've learned a ton. But I mean, you've known me for a while. That's one of those things that I do. I'm constantly trying to learn about everything that I'm involved in. I want to know as much as I can. I want to study it thoroughly to make sure that I'm really well equipped in that area. So yeah, I hope that one kind of answers it. Let's see, my wife's sitting there. Money bags. That's right, money bags. Telling you, need to get me another one of these. Maybe another one of those. We'll exchange this one out for 2 new Shure microphones. Oh, don't forget that DJI drone that I want. You know, the Mavic Pro 2 Zoom. Yeah, that one. Motorcycle. I hope you're taking a list, because I got a lot of stuff that I want. So, Wayne, does it work with MySpace? Whose space? What? Man, you can't say stuff like that on the internet. It dates you. People realize how old you are. Man, back when MySpace was the thing. No, I don't, is MySpace even around anymore? I don't know. If they were, then I would imagine if MySpace was still around, yeah, I'm sure it would, as long as they can accept an RMTP, but I don't know. That's maybe not what you were, I know what you were doing. I know what you were doing. I got a coffee sip for you here. How much weight do you think that you would shave, or how much weight do you think that you'd lose if you shave the beard? I would guess about, let's see, if I calculate the weight of 1, 3, of all 5 of my family members who would go running out the door, yeah, I'm probably in excess of 450 pounds if I shave this off, because they're all gone. They do not want to see me without this. I do not have a chin. It goes from bottom lip to sternum. It's straight. Without this, there's no facial definitions. So, oh, Wayne, yes, an old dude, nothing wrong with that. I think we're the same age or real close, so not too old, but, yeah, see, I told you, look, she's like, no shaving the beard, not coming off. I'm telling you, I would lose her right away, so, there we go. All right, so, Okay, serious question here from David Clinkscales. Just to get me kicked off. All right. When members of your church are involved in gossip and slander that is affecting the church relationships, how do you proceed to fix the problem? Okay, so when they're involved with the gossip and slander, when I find out about it, I guess the first thing, and it's really the first, the best, the only thing that I can think of is I just go to them and call it out. What I have found is that most Christians that start off with gossip don't realize that it's gossip. They don't really realize that that's what they're doing, and so I do it. So I'll just go and I'll talk to them, and that often takes care of the gossip portion of it, at least for a while. They'll slip and they'll fall and they'll do it again. And so we just kind of have a talk about what gossip is, what gossip isn't, and approach it that way. But then as far as when we get into more of the slandering, because this is something that I have been rallying against really hard, especially recently. I cannot stand slander. Actually, I was just reading it, and here I was literally just reading this earlier today, and I had completely forgot about this portion, and it was in James. So let me see if I can get back over to my Bible app real here fast. Let's see. Was it James 5? Yeah, and it's not quite saying slandering, but it's talking about not grumbling against one another. Where in verse 9 it says, "Do not grumble against one another, brother, unless you be condemned. Behold, the judge is standing at the door." And it was like all of a sudden I'm thinking about that. And I'm thinking about how we often do that. We're constantly putting people down. We're constantly just trying to really insult them. We're trying to puff ourselves up, build ourselves up in that way. Here's the other one out of chapter 4. It says, "Don't speak evil of one another, brethren. He who speaks evil of a brother and judges his brother speaks evil against the law and the judges the law. But if you judge the law, you are not a doer of the law, but a judge. There is one lawgiver who is able to save and destroy. Who are you to judge another?" And I know I've heard people say, "Oh, well, that's the Old Testament law." This was right after James is talking about looking into the perfect law of liberty. So I don't see it as anything but looking in the law that freed us, that fullness of it. But I also look at everything that Jesus taught. And he says, if you have a problem with a brother, go to them. Well, if you're not going directly to them and you're going to somebody else, then you are slandering them. You are bad-mouthing them. And I see that all across the board in all different denominations. We all do it towards another denominational person. And it's almost always because they have achieved some sort of notoriety or wealth or success or recognition. And I see the heart of all of that coming from a place of envy. And that's where James is talking about that, where there's envy, there's self-seeking, there's every evil work. So when it comes to that, I'm a little more forceful and I'm telling people, knock it off. Stop trying to focus on what somebody else is doing. Focus on what God has called you to do. Any of the big name preachers, I really don't care what they're doing. I don't. And if somebody in my church is watching them, listening to them, I don't care. I'm actually happy that they're trying to get more word. That is something that I'm encouraged about. Now, when they come to me with something and they say, "Hey, so I was thinking along these lines and I believe this," if I don't agree with that, then me and that member of our congregation, we talk about it. And I'll find out where it came from, and then I will try to evaluate that. But even then, I'm not going to badmouth whoever that said that or wherever it came from, because 9 times out of 10, they even misunderstood what it was the minister was trying to say, or I'm now taking what they said as hearsay and completely out of context. So when it comes to that type of a slander thing, I'm just, yeah, yep, just not a big fan of it. So anywho, hope that answers the question. If not, give me a follow-up. So Wayne, anti-shaving as well. Just a question for science sake. Yes, science sake would say that if I were to shave off this beard, my brain makes me tired a lot. So, uh-oh. Saying I just dropped offline. All right. That's probably what it was, why I didn't want to do that. So, all right. I think I might be back on here. I'm double checking just to make sure, guys, that I'm still online. So if you're there and if you're following along, you can let me know. So, but yeah, Harley, thank you for the little help on that. That popped up real quick and I saw it. So it was probably one of those lags. And here is one interesting thing. I mentioned this on my Instagram story, and I don't think I mentioned it here, but oh yeah, I did. I talked about how I think my niece was using my brother's phone to try to Skype with my daughter. We were in the middle of that Skype call, and all of a sudden I'm in the living room watching YouTube. She's in here on Skype, and then like that, all the power went out. We've got some crazy winds going on today. So if you're getting any background noise from things and bangs, it's everything outside of this door on the other side of the camera and the windows. And it's just kind of crazy. So, Kelly Wolf in the house. Hey, how you doing? Good to see ya. Man, I think our boy JB is back. I'm hoping he's back. It's supposed to be any time now, so we may be kicking back off with some questions and answers for this vlog pastors that we had going on. So I'm kind of excited for that. Yeah. But no, guys, you got any questions? We probably got another, just, I don't know, a few more minutes here. I don't want to go as long tonight as I've done in the past. I haven't eaten yet today, and I'm actually hungry. I think I mentioned last week on the stream that I do intermittent fasting and the ketogenic diet. And because of that, I'm typically not hungry. I'll only get hungry later in the evening, and so that's when I'll decide to eat. But for some reason today, I don't know, maybe it's all the moving around and stuff, but I'm good. So one question I do want to put out there for you guys as well. So for those that are in the live stream, as well as those that maybe are jumping in and watching the replay, because I know a few people do that as well. When you're looking at this, when you're watching this live stream, so I'm kind of wrestling with this idea back and forth of, do I try to create this live stream in more of a show basis rather than just a conversation? Still keep the conversational element by all means, but because I typically am running for about an hour on this, maybe putting in some elements, like if I were to try to interview other Christians that are living out their faith and try to do some short interviews as part of a segment of a live stream. Is that something that would interest you? Is that something that you think would be kind of fun type of content to incorporate in here? Would you also like to see other segments? Essentially what I'm wondering is, what if I were to turn this live stream into something kind of like a late night talk show? Man, that wind is something. But if I were to turn it into something more of a late night talk show, because I already am kind of doing a little bit of that monologue portions where I'm coming in and I'm talking about a topic, an idea, some theme that I'm kind of wrestling with, and just kind of opening up the discussion for you guys. But I'm thinking maybe it would be fun if I also brought in a little bit of levity, a little bit of comedy in a certain aspect of that. Not quite sure what with that and how I would do it. And then also maybe some interviews here and there. Granted, all of this would require a lot more work for me. The easiest thing for me to do is really just sit here, look at you guys, and talk. That's the easiest for me. But just because it's easy for me doesn't mean I want to do it. Earlier this week, I talked about this in a vlog where actually it might have been last week, where Jared from A Bite of Brownie had asked me, how do you keep leveling up your content? And it's because I give and give and give and give. And I want to keep upping that. I want to keep increasing the quality, the production quality, the stories that we're telling, the whole thing. I just want to keep improving. And it's not that I want to try to get better than anybody else. That's not what this is about. I want to do what I can to both entertain and educate for kingdom purposes. And so if there's things that I can do to help keep people's attention a little bit more, bring them some more inspirational and informational content, I'm all about that. So that's kind of some of these ideas that I'm wrestling with. So what would you guys think of something like that? It would be a little bit segment based. I would still keep the Q&A section in here. I would still have the topics that we're discussing and still have some interaction, but it could be a way for me to really kind of have a better grasp on what I'm trying to do. Yes, I have the gift of gab. Yes, I can just roll with it. And what is this? Is YouTube trying to cut out on me again? I'm looking. I'm looking down. It's blinking at me, but video output is low is what it's telling me. So apparently I'm having a little bit of issues with this. So you know what I'm going to do? Watch this. If my video output is a little bit low, maybe it's a bandwidth thing because of all this. So I'm going to try one different thing here. Oh, let's see. Oh, hold on. Where? Too many windows. I think I need another monitor altogether is what I'm needing. But yeah, I don't know. We'll keep running with this. So, yeah. So what are your thoughts on that? Kelly's saying, I hope so. I heard he should be back today or tomorrow. All right. If he gets back, I'm going to be loving that. So, all right. So here we go with Harley saying most live streams I've seen him used to start with prepared material and then go to free form questions. So I'm good either way. Yeah. And Harley, something along that. Oh, here you said another one. You said having a prepared material would give you something to cut down to a focused video. And that was really one of my other thoughts on this, because I want to say it was the Bogan preacher, actually. And so, man, why can I never remember Dave? I want to say his name's Dave, but I don't think that's right. Anyways, I just know him as the Bogan preacher, and he's down there, Australia, I believe. And he has got some great content he's putting out there. Love what he's doing. And he had hopped on one of the live streams, and I think he actually watched the replay because, of course, with the time difference. And so he watched it and he's like, hey, this would be great if you could kind of cut up some of this content to put into smaller pieces. And that was something I was thinking that would be great, but without having some type of a format, that could be really kind of tricky for me. Because I'd have to scrub through the whole thing and really watch and then cut in and out. I mean, it can be done, but yeah, I don't know. So I'm not quite sure how that would work, but it's something that I am thinking about. I like the concept. I like the idea. I like watching late night TV shows, the format of them. I don't care if they're late at night anyways. Most of them I don't watch late at night. I'll watch a replay. But I do enjoy that. I like seeing the interaction, the interview segments between two different people. I just really wish that there was something in that late night format in more of a Christian vein that has some humor in it, but has the seriousness to it. And yet at the same time, just the interaction, of course, because here on this channel, I'm all about encouraging people to live by faith. I really believe that we can encourage one another from faith to faith by sharing, this is how I've lived by faith. We hear those things, we get some of those principles and ideas that we can kind of glean from others, and then we run with it. I believe that's really the brilliance behind Hebrews chapter 11. You've got the hall of faith, and you start to hear about all of these other, great men and women of the Bible who lived by faith. And that I hear what they're doing. I'm able to read and kind of dissect the ways that they did them and then apply it to my own life. And so that was kind of one of my other thoughts. If we could do some type of content like that if somebody was doing something. And there are others that are doing interviews. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of Christians out there doing those interviews. But part of the interview process is the interviewer as well as the interviewee. And as you guys know, when I'm doing stuff, I really try to take that quality up as much as I can. And so because I'm always trying to raise the bar on the quality, you pretty much know if I do something like that, it is going to be a step up there. There's a standard that I'm trying to keep with. And so that'll be kind of interesting for me. So anyways, that's kind of one of those things I want to think about. So you guys can just kind of, keep running with me. Keep letting me know. If you're watching this on a replay, make sure you leave a comment on this if that's something that you would be interested in. If you kind of think along those lines. Obviously, I don't want to create too much work for me, but I do like to do things that kind of push me creatively, but also bring you guys value, because you're out here watching this. You're the ones that you're really giving your life to me in this environment, because it's your time, it's your attention. And I'm so thankful for that I want to make sure I'm bringing more value, and I want to make sure you leave feeling like you got something out of it. I know with live streams, especially, the one thing that I am not a fan of is going in on a live stream and getting nothing out of it. Feeling like, why did I just waste my time? I don't want you guys to feel like you wasted your time. So of course I'm thinking about that. So there's my honey saying, do you need more coffee? And baby, I do not need any more coffee just yet, because I am getting ready to sign out here. I'm getting ready to sign off for the week out of this live stream and get me some grub. So again, just to kind of wrap up, for those of you that are watching this on a replay, and for those of you that are in live, wait, I got one more here I got to pop up. David Klingscales, we're in Romania. Been quite a trip, but we're still doing ministry, and it's great. And other stuff, yes. So I was trying to remember, because I knew you were in Eastern Europe, but I couldn't quite remember where. So I'm glad you popped in there. And then for those that heard that earlier, now they know. So yes. No, guys, I just want to thank you all for being here. Again, if you heard that segment that we did talking about the live stream type of a format, if that's something you think would be kind of interesting and entertaining, then what I'll probably do is actually try like a pilot of it, and maybe a couple episodes in that type of a format to see how it goes. See how much extra work it is for me, see how much you guys enjoy it, what the feedback is, and go from there. But if that's something you're like, nope, I don't want any of that, just keep bringing the interaction, just keep talking, let's keep it what it is, then I'm all ears. So I want to hear from you guys. I want to hear what you would find more value in. So make sure you let me know in the comments section below, wherever you're watching this at. Make sure you just let me know what you're thinking. So that's it. I need to go get some grub. I've got to get the info off this so I can start editing a vlog and get that uploaded. And then we got home group here in a little bit as well. So I'm out of here, guys. I just want you all to stay blessed, enjoy God's best, and have a fantastic night. Don't forget, new vlog that this is a part of will be dropping 8 a.m. in the morning. Until then, we'll see you later.